Yeah.
First and foremost, we want to give all
Praises
to
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers and the four corners of the spirit, pushing this with the truth and in sincerity. You know, so we also here, once again, give warning to we people, speak about the things that, you know what I mean, that unfolding each and every day.
That's right.
Because, you know what I mean, the majority of them blinded. And we purpose is not really to make them see, we purpose is to make them understand the judgment of their actions. You know what I mean, the judgment of their willful ignorance, if you will. You know, because Esau not wasting no time in trying to accomplish his agenda. Right? He doing the things that it requires to meet his goal. You know what I mean?
It says Ezekiel 3, I read from verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. It said, therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
And there's what the brother going into together and I warning things to come, and the things are happening right now. We see the bill of us, the things even happening here, in this little country here, when it comes to like the race war and support. You see Elam against Jake right now, you see Jake doing also that thing, you see the government coming along with a certain laws and so forth, right? You see them talking about the whole guy recently, we got a video on it last night. The whole guy recently for talking about them, my God. And I mentioned that anybody that talk about like this or talk about certain things against the government, they can be liable to go into jail and things as well. And we know the work that we do, and we consider, not the same thing, right? But they would want to class it in the same aspect, so they can, make an example now.
Enemies of the state.
Yeah, enemies of the state, behind enemy lines, These kind of things we see now, we know that we in that time that again, the end is being made what manifest.
God.
And continually, when you look at the word manifest, it means to be made plain, make evident, easy to the eye, so you're seeing it. It's not a manifest, it's not like what them getting them out, so they're just saying, I'm manifesting something.
Oh, God. Hey.
Right.
Deluded.
So again, the end is being made manifest, being made plain. Even that's some people they walk. Some people they might talk to. Somebody that's you're traveling home, you might bounce up and you might say by just watching the place by itself, you can see something off, like something going to happen. And a lot of people have been saying that on a daily basis, right now. Every single time. So that was really what I was mentioning, go forth and do what? To give warning. But
It say, verse 18, it say, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. It say, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
And I'm going to say something to that, because it's not, again, if the Lord giving you a straight work to go and do, to do what, to give them that warning, to tell the wicked, hey, see some of the wickedness you do, or you will die, Not, he didn't say to go and pick up a placard and go and protest. He didn't say to take a horse and ride through a city. There's not the thing still to go and give the wicked warning from me. That is basically your job. You're going to do that. That is what they have to go forth and tell them, hey, if that thing's written, that's going to happen to all. And if you ain't changed from wicked ways, you're going to fall and take. I have many things written for the wicked to these things. It say for the good, it will be goodly unto the bad, it will be on that side. Same way a good man might use salt, right? But he might use it to you will get a little flavor in the food.
Yeah, for
to the wicked
as well.
To the wicked, that same salt might be death. He might trade there and blood pressure high, bursty veins,
Men taking salt to block off Sukunya.
Yeah, Sukunya. So this is again emphasizing, it's going to be emphasize on the time that we're in. You understand? And it ain't looking good.
It comes to prosper side now. You see the doom.
Doomsday?
Yeah, you see the doom. No joke, you see the doom.
It say, no speakers to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
Yeah, he will be required to answer for the blood. So as when I say, straight what the Lord tell me to do. You know what I mean? You know, we got to answer. Why you didn't do it? What's the problem? You know what I mean? What's the issue? Why you didn't go and do it? You know what I mean?
Why you didn't stop doing that wickedness you did?
Yeah? Can. You know what I mean? Once the blood on we had to answer for it because why? We didn't warn them. So they didn't know.
They didn't know, well, hey, you're going on this wrong.
Yeah, how would they know if they do here? You know what I mean? How would they hear?
Would you say that? Or all you know is a prophet was sent over them?
Romans 10.
Yeah?
Romans 10 from around 16, 18 something.
Romans 10, 16, is it?
From around 16 or 18 or something. So whoever call upon the Lord shall be saved, and so forth and going down.
Romans 10 and 16 it said, but they have not all obeyed the gospel. So he says, say it.
It's for the offense?
No, I think it's what? It was after that.
It's after that?
Well, it's from 15 to 17.
All right.
So it's not at 15.
Is that good? Is that
Yeah,
good?
yeah,
Start from 13.
From 13.
From 13, yeah. Start from
It says,
13.
Romans 10 and 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Again, and this is a very important thing that we hear. The time that we hear, they realize that the name is one of the most important things that they can know. Right? One of the most important things that you know. But we just going to call in the time that we hear the name to be saved. Who are you going to call upon? Jesus Navas?
That is where it begins with.
Yeah.
It begins with that.
You need to know the name of the Lord. It's a very important thing. That's why continually saying, call upon the name, knowing the name. You know? Very, very, very important thing.
You can't represent a king if you don't know your king.
Yeah, imagine that good point. Because imagine you come to give a man a message from a king, right? And you don't even know the king name, but who the message come from then? You know? Who you delivering this message from? You have to know the name.
Some of them,
You know?
I doubt to show you that most of them will perish. You know what I mean? Because in Sirach 2 it says, well, to him that believeth not, he shall not be defended. You know what I mean? And we know the name of the Lord is what? A rock of defense. You know what I mean? Especially as they say in these times, and the times to come we're going to be more worse. We wouldn't even be allowed to be out here to warn the people anymore. You know what I mean? When the famine or the would, you know what I mean, hit high here, then what? Then when they can't find him, then they say, hey, the brother was really saying that 2-3 weeks ago, I really passed on here, and I should have stopped and listen. I wonder if they, and then they go search, and then but you wouldn't find out.
And then it have those that would stop and listen, and they just would scoff. They
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's a
have.
nice song, it's a nice song.
Yeah.
And they go about there with dancing.
And like I said, that's why the scriptures say what they say, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Yeah,
because really and truly, we understand they are not going to listen to us. But you understand,
What are
man,
they here? What are they for?
the prophecy has to be fulfilled that they will reject the word,
God.
and in the end they will seek it. It has to happen. Somebody has to fulfill that prophecy.
Somebody
That's
has to be fueled for the fire.
Somebody had to fulfill that part of the book. The unbelievers, the ones that believe, everybody had a part to play.
God.
You just had to know which part. I mean, you wouldn't know what part you're in until the very
Until the
end.
climax of the movie.
You can see it, you know. You can say it, and that's what it going to be the time that judgment hitting on a greater scale. It will be like, wait, this is the lot I fall in. You think about it like that.
The strangeness and the salvation, when you see that shit.
Yeah.
You come to the like madness.
You know, right now you're talking about that, and Esau releasing so much information about UFOs. Even though some of it, you have to be able to dissect what it is releasing and know that some of it is their own technology.
Yeah.
You understand? Some of it is their own technology releasing. Okay, remember one of the things in Esau agenda is that they want to fake an alien invasion.
Yeah, Blue Beam.
Yeah, Project Blue Beam, and that's our next name for it.
According to the, I don't know if it's on the, or was on the Georgia National, but I know one of the laws that the elite does follow is that they have to tell the people what they're about to do more or less now. They can't keep it secret, it's harder.
Yeah, but show it indirectly.
Yeah, they wouldn't blatantly come out, but they had to show it. That's how they set up.
There's mixed the truth with lies.
Yeah.
So you know you get part truth, part lie. It's just like when you're watching them biblical movies and them. it will have part truth in it,
Yeah.
but it will also be
Exactly.
combined with part lie.
Can't.
So they
I'm a white man to turn across.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
so by that it's still a lie, but the scriptures say what they call their own tongue to fall upon themselves. They will tell on themselves regardless, because all lies prophecy.
Can't. Yeah, because it moves, and then like from what I read to the movies I see, like for Easter, with the Moses movie they just bring out, right? You don't see Aaron, and in the story, Aaron had to go and talk to Pharaoh for Moses. He was basically Moses' translator because what? Moses said, I wasn't eloquent, and the Lord said, well, all right, carry Aaron. In the movies, you don't see him moving with Aaron.
Or
Yeah,
you
put
put
your
your hand in your bosom.
Or
Yeah.
you might see Aaron, but you might not see him for a long period of time. You just see him for about a
And
short
he was the
thing.
main mediator between both of them. So as the brother said, yes it have truth, but yes it have lies. And the other brother said, you have to be able to discern the difference.
And that funny, because Moses grew up in the palace, so you expected him to be a little bit learned,
Eloquent, yeah.
you know, when it comes to certain things.
To
and
be able
still-
to speak for yourself and tell you, Lord, I know eloquence. He said, no problem. Take Aaron with you. You go do the talking.
Yeah, but he has a speech problem.
Okay, exactly.
Aaron is more versed with it. And again, it happened so for a particular reason. When you go down into the context of it, to see why.
And then even some of our spiritual thing, we go, well, the Levites was what? The priest. And the priest had to do what? Had to go out and speak. So it was set so from the beginning, you know. Verse 14, it says, how then shall they call on him whom they have not believed? Or how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher?
You understand? So how as I just said before, the warning is coming. If the men of the Lord not out there giving the warning, how would the people know? You know, like how the Lord say, because I have told you, you have no cloak for your sins. These people have no, the scripture say what they see, the gospel shall be preached to the four corners of the earth, and then the end shall come. You understand? So when the end does come and the destruction takes place, the people have no excuse to be able to
No
say.
justification.
Yeah. At some points, everybody know who he is now. Everybody know we's not like an enigma. More like about 10 years ago, you know, so they come out here and people like put up an accent and say that question, like who is all here? People know now. Though when people come up, they ain't coming up to already find out things ready, you know, they're coming to battle.
Yeah, so always Israelites.
Yeah.
The first thing I asked, you know, is always so I know always Israelites. Back then, 10 years ago, I remember we coming out 10, 12 years ago, coming out. A man walking up there and bowling. Who are they?
Yeah.
What are they doing? What are they doing? You know?
Exactly.
All this preach, all this thing. Now they're coming straight because they know. You know? Yeah, so like Israelites, I do believe in what it is all the same about this. Like, just like for example, the guy 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He already know he comments. I don't believe in what thing. Don't know. No, you know you're not going to believe because you're deep into Christianity. We understand that. That's the difference. But that ain't stopping the fact that we have to come and do our work. You understand? All your unbelief ain't going to stop nothing from where it's supposed to take place. Romans 3 verse 3. You
You know,
understand?
since then we never see him make attack back. You know,
You may still trying to look up the word.
yeah, he never make attack back since.
You understand? That you may still trying to look up the word.
Some of them, as I say, them deep in the religion, them not deep in the Bible.
No.
Yeah.
So it will spark unbelief for them.
And that's a good point you bring up. That's a very good point.
They're not deep in the scriptures.
They're not deep in the scriptures. They're deep in
the
the religion.
Doing what
Yeah,
the religious head say. Yeah, they come like they in a militia or military group. They're doing what the person above them says.
They
But they know the constitution.
when the brother say
Yeah.
deep, he mean deep like they know about the religion. He mean when he say deep,
They
just-
believe in it.
They believe in it.
The full-fledged, wholeheartedly
wholeheartedly.
persuaded in that mess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it have no lighter reason that could come to them.
Come to them. Yeah.
You know what I
Because
mean?
if it was deep on the other side of it, you know the
They
other
not
meaning
know
deep.
the truth
They don't know
about
the truth of what they in.
They would
know?
not be in it.
Yeah.
Much less know the truth.
Nah, I feel
If-
Jake might have still been in it, yeah. You know Jake like wickedness.
Nah, Jake might have been in there, some happy.
Jake.
I said, what?
Jake love
So if I
wickedness,
put
yeah.
oil on this stone, talk serious now. Bank accounts?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I have to.
Remember-
Then I feel in Lewis.
Remember, I watched my video last night with that Elamite talking about it. See what I do, prayers I doing it working. Yeah, so I need like he you know them Hindu temple and
Yeah, the puja and
thing, but he doing the witchcraft. What what the Elamites would consider their witchcraft, doing that.
Kali thing, Puja Kali.
Puja, yeah.
And I didn't know a fella I went to hotel school. He didn't know that boy, and he had a statue, and I said, "Boy, what's that?" I don't know the truth here, yeah. I said, "What's that? You know, sport where him guys take this and the other. Yeah, guys, you want to do good, but if you want to do bad, you have to go by Morocco." I said, "What?" Yeah, when you want to do people bad and think guys really does go by. I said, "Talk serious now, right?" I said, "So it's all good and it's all bad." So no all of them is bad. Yeah. Nah, boy, this one is the good one. This one is like the Hindu Jesus. I said, "The Hindu Jesus." I didn't know. I couldn't keep up. That's how I tell her. I said, "I the Hindu Jesus." I said, "Don't make joke now, buddy. I'm serious, boy. You know, who's go and do wickedness by Kali and this and the other."
So that is, you know, that is what it is. But the idea, all them things come
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same idolatry, regardless of using it for good, bad, or in between. It is wrong. It's wrong. Like,
Right, you see it wrong to us.
It's right to them.
Yeah.
True, because you know watch it from.
we have laws.
You know watch it from we aspect. It come like, hey, that is their God.
The outcasts.
Yeah, the outcasts.
outskirts and the outcasts and the.
They say have the nations change their gods, which are no gods.
That is their own.
That's given to them.
Yes, and that's given to them. It's just that we wasn't supposed to go and take.
Yeah.
We wasn't to take part in their traditions and so forth. That is the difference. You know?
And I always see, I'm telling somebody else something my time. When you look at the other nations, like for example, when it is we was in Egypt, and the Egyptians had the Anubis and the Ra and all these different things, and all them different shippings, and them was living it up. Them was normal. It's only because they interfere with we, that is why they end up going through that's going through. You understand? Other than that, they would have been living there just like, and all the surrounding nations, they would have had their version of gods. Nebuchadnezzar, they had their gods. All them shipping us. It's only when we started falling. That why you see what let me get that quick. That is in Leviticus. That's not bad, no? Not second.
Yeah, they're good.
That is Leviticus, I think it's 2023. Yeah. Leviticus 20, I'll start from 22, right? It says, "Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them, that the land whither I bring you to dwell therein spew you not out." Right? It say, verse 23, it say, "And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation."
So no matter what it is that they do. Which one is that? That was the one?
Leviticus 20, verse 22 and 23.
That's one. Before you go forward. Manners, right? Manners, right?
M-A-N-N-E-R-S.
2023.
Yeah.
Alright, it say manners. Right? It say statute, ordinance, limit, enactment, something prescribed. You understand? So no matter what it is, the manners, like I say ordinance.
The way of life.
The way of life. And anything matter that they do, you're not supposed to take part in at all. You understand?
I'll go back to Peter and say, used to be a holy conversation. When you look up conversation, it's mannerisms. So you're not talking about, not just what you say.
Yeah,
you're talking about, as you said before, your way of life. Romans 12:1. You know what I mean?
That we act. Exactly. You know, so that is literally what the man is going into here. That would say a meaning and substantial, the same, appointed custom, manner, ordinance, side, statute, so a custom, all the things, no matter what it is, how they operate, how they act. Now we know there were Jakes amongst them that would grow up because you know what? The mother was here Elam, the mother was here Moab. So you know obviously in that kind of thing, you might take that custom, you know the father, through the years, his generation ended up in China, wherever it may be. So you would learn you would be around the customs.
Yeah.
You know?
And by extension you will have to take part in the
it. Yeah.
And then when this modern system come up now, this modern system set up, you know what I mean, remove the fathers from the homes. Give the woman or wives or whatever the case may be, authority over the men of the household as well. So it's like, yeah, so it was like, hey, no, you can't tell me son don't eat shrimp and don't eat whatever, batter and rat and whatever they eating over there. No, this is the festival of the dragon and on that festival, we don't eat back, or whatever, you know what I mean? Just an example.
I think the
I don't know for
Asians,
sure as because about
the Asians have a kind of custom that is followed too, whereas they just take a fish and bury it to the ground and let it rot and dig it up and eat it afterwards. That's just some Moabite woman used to be doing
I
that.
know about burying a fish on that plant. Like if you plant something and then you have fish in your fridge, but you're not using the head, you can put the fish on and you put the nutrients in the soil.
Yeah,
Put the plant,
it is
I know
Nah,
about the plant.
they just dig it up after time and eat it.
Nah, I know
Just let it
about
rot and dig it out and eat it. That's Chinese. Some one Asian thing customs on them.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Verse 20, or 23, right? It says, "Ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation which I cast all before you, for they commit all these things, and therefore I abhor them."
Yeah,
You
what
understand?
that means what? Strong hatred. It's a big word to say you real hate or you strongly hate whatever it is you're talking about. So do you know what I'm saying? No, you strongly hate the customs of these heathens. You know what I mean? The customs of the Gentiles, you hate that. You know what I mean? The carnival, the Christmases, the New Year's, the birthdays, the anniversaries,
whatever it may be.
whatever it
They have a
may
lot of customs. If you couldn't keep up with it, you can't even check it. They just have so much.
especially this little twin island. We have the most, I think we have the most holidays. in the year.
Nah, we get beat back. Some other countries beat we back.
Ah,
But we are plenty.
yeah, we have a good amount.
We need top 5 for sure.
Yeah. Most
In
holidays.
my
in the
article
world.
the other day, they were saying that they have too much.
Yeah.
It's affecting businesses.
But what she was talking about it.
Yeah, the 1%.
The 1%.
The owners of the business, not the workers.
You want
The
to
same,
do
the same one,
pay
the
the
same
next.
one who getting pressure now, and now they want to leave.
Right.
You understand? Now the ball in the government pushing them out. You know? Or it was the same man who was boasting on TV talking about the 1% control Trinidad.
On the
Which we
beach.
know.
On the beach, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I was talking that shit.
You
Yeah.
know, on the beach when they was in the big house eating with the journalists.
gallery,
In the gallery.
Oh.
Talking about the 1% control.
Yeah.
Now you know. See, we know see that my girl in power here, she rocking with Trump. So all the things she's doing is just the same thing Trump would do. You understand? There's nothing strange.
Yeah, this is now little America. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's no longer the New York or the Caribbean again.
Yeah.
We graduate. We fall for. You know?
Yeah, just put that fish on that.
From months 10 and 16, it says, "But they have not all obeyed the gospel, for Isaiah said, Lord, who had believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of power."
And you see what they say, who had believed our report?
Mm-hmm.
It already told us who will believe our report. They said the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So we understand that they're not going to get us. And when they now come into the truth, it'll be hard to grasp that. You understand? But after time, you understand that, hey, there is absolutely nothing you could do. Whether it be somebody come into the truth, or somebody fall out of the truth that you might consider, there is nothing that you could do.
Yeah, because when you now come in the truth, you want to know how you could understand, but the other person can't. You know, and it just above here. Like the angel talking to Esdras. I know you're worried. Go study that. That is above you.
And like Elisha, it say open his eyes that he may be able to see. That way tell the angel, and after you but see, saw that the thing was filled with chariots. You understand? That's how easy it is. That's how the Holy Spirit is working. The angels opening the understanding of men. And also, as the Lord himself said, it said their eyes have been closed.
Sure.
Lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears. Right? This is not like an optional thing. It's not something that we control. Right? It have a number. It talk about 144. It talk about 1-2.
Sure.
And this is not a number that we could directly influence. Because even if I don't wake up our brother, you would, or he would, or somebody else would. It have no affecting these men from being woken up.
They say
Destination. Yeah.
You can't stop that. No matter what you see the foundation.
I say what they say, get nothing against the truth.
But for the truth.
It said, "For whom he did ordain, he also did predestine." Yeah. So that mean if you're doing this now, that was written long before anything else was written that you'd have you doing this now.
I not to use as an excuse. Cause a man might want to do some wickedness and be like, well, it's God in control and all. So no, that don't mean that it don't have a good foot for doing good and a bad for doing bad. So it's not something to. That's why when you pray, you say what they say. Lead me not into temptation, but deliver me from all evil. Because you don't want to be in that category where you is the antagonist. You understand? You don't want to be the antagonist situation because you will have to pay the antagonist reward, which is destruction. Finish that end?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the Ezekiel 3 verse 18 is say, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, thou speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
Yeah, you gotta be responsible for our blood, because why? We tried, well, you know what I mean, we tried. We didn't do what we were supposed to do. You know what I mean? We come on the job, we sleep, we lie, we do everything on the job except the job. You know what I mean? And that's what we life is.
On the lease?
A job. Yeah, we on the lease. You know? That's what is that for now? It's like I want to, yeah.
Because as mentioned, we will come in here to find the good steward doing what? Doing something good.
Yeah.
I can bring that one up.
Yes, you know what I mean?
Not just fucking around. You know? On a daily basis. That's what Jake loves to do here. He loves to fuck around. Take everything as a game. And then when shit do happen to them, all of a sudden they're serious. You understand? All of a sudden you remember, it's the same way, you know, or they're laughing, or they're fixing. When you time to come, take it, fix it. You do that. You understand? But that's fact, it's all good. Lord say when the fear coming, because they don't want to listen. You understand? When you say you rebuke and you improve, or you do all this, basically slap it away. You want a man stretch out the hand here to give you a little help. That's because they don't like him.
Yeah, pride, and slap it up. Yeah, because.
And that's a big disrespect, yeah?
What is that disrespect?
Disrespect.
Or you say, well, you go mock when you pay kilometers, come as a calamity.
Because that one done, you know, I say, I remember, I was saying stretch for the hand so. Come on, give you a little help. What do they do?
I give you a shot.
They slap it away. Move that from the
Now we all that for monetary value.
Alright. You know what you know? So here we go. So I will send you steps and when you need help, when you call on me. So when you fear, and you make it clear for you, you tell you, when you fear coming. You understand? And you call him, you do what? You go mock, you go laugh. You go laugh. Now it's his time.
And that big disrespect, eh? Imagine you as a master and your servant doing what they want when they feel like it. How they feel like it. Think about that. You are children, right? And your children doing whatever they want to do. Clean your room. I don't clean my room today. I'll clean my room when I feel like cleaning my room. Mommy are hungry, daddy are hungry. So they must feed you whatever. Yeah. So who is ready? The servant, if you understand what I'm saying. Who is ready? The servant.
You see how Jacob watches here? They saw them as what try to watch the same with the Lord. I tried to talk to them mother and father anyhow, they feel them to do the Lord the same thing too. That's why they're concerned about everybody to get saved and you can do whatever you please, thinking the Lord is a game. You understand? Thinking the Lord is a nah man. What they say. All them things they're doing is piling up.
Or the next say, you think this is a joke?
Yeah,
You think this is a fucking game?
Not game, man. And the only time it's not game for Jake, that's only when they get hurt. You see how they get hurt now, what they want to do, they're going to protest. But if you protest, we don't work.
You know what, they show them it didn't work.
Men don't have riot control equipment put on there waiting in case men get sticky, you know.
Hey. It's a heathen city, don't that's all leaders. They literally have all killing all themselves, right? Killing amongst themselves. So who does do the most crime in the island?
Yeah, well, among the direct interaction.
Directly.
Yeah.
You feel the heathens who in charge don't do that? They want all the kill themselves. You feel they can't put restrictions and need to stop so they want all the kill themselves. It's like a glory to them. You understand? That's why now when you read so many comments on the page and then you hear Elam is talking about, you know, black boys again. You know? It's always them. It's always them. The same way Elam is talking, the same way Esau is talking. It's always them. You know? Always them. Because that's why, because the mention in the Psalm, they tell you who is your enemy.
Tell you how the council.
Tell the company, the confederate together. Where you feel? You feel the students don't like it? They for the vote. They for the vote.
Which is supposed to be. They're in the right mindset.
They're in the right mindset. You not.
You trying to be one of them.
Yeah, you try.
And they'll do anything for it, and that is where the problem lies.
Hey, I heathen could do the bare minimum by argument. I didn't see that in America. A Edomite, he go say something good about a Jake or a black community, and they go, he invite you to the barbecue. You understand? He invite you to the thing. And he ain't even do nothing. But all of a sudden, I want to bring him in. You understand? You feel he's someone already? Or look at you, oh good. Or you see anything. Scientists, a Jake scientist, find some big discovery. Right? So he even give him no, hey, get the fuck out of here, man. You understand?
No recognition, no award, nothing.
Or even do give him credit, you can see he didn't want to, but like the monkey wrench. This is that Jake make it, that would call it a monkey wrench.
Spark plug, all these things that is be fake car, we just make it. You understand? But again, they in their right mindset. Because they know that we is the enemy. You understand? Same way we are the watch of them being our enemies. They know that we are the enemies as well. What the Lamentation say for all the nations come against and what? Was this the one's great people, right? You understand? Guys, very things right. You see them know. You feel they know, they know. You feel they want us to come back now. They never want us to come back to our restaurant to be restored.
What do you want to say? Like why the background people say blacks will never rule again?
Yeah, you remember that good thing. That good thing. You remember in the context, it wasn't here. It was on the road.
I think so.
You picture a little further up, right? And Ela might pass. Right? And something the brother was telling she was going on a mix. Right? He was going on a mix. And when she was walking out, she bought that is why the blacks, nah, that wasn't here, that was going on Lucas.
Remember being here?
Yeah, it was on Lucas. She said that is why the blacks will never come back in forward. You know? See that? You see that might stay about all that? There's a reason why the father never speak about their daughter and thing when they cross line.
Yeah, they that JKS.
You know, let's laugh about that fella called but that's when who start marriages. A Edomite. But he's a profound Edomite in Trinidad, meaning that he's a he did something for the Edomite community. He come on, he named big. You know? He come on the radio. You understand? It's a place called Tobago where it might have like at the point in time when he made the statement, it had like one murder for the whole year. You understand? For the whole year. If in the Caribbean and you hear one murder for the year, that shit is amazing.
Yeah, you're shocked.
You're shocked. Right? We in the middle of the year and we close to like 300 and something. They had one and he come out and say, yeah, you might because you know Tobago full of jakes. Come out and say all they have is murderers and rapers. Big on the radio. You understand? No Jake never tell him nothing.
Remember the R with it.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, well, correct that statement. Great. Right? No Jake never come and tell them nothing. All them DJs and all of them who was thinking, they never come and say, but you're off, you're not. That's why he was running so many stations.
Yeah.
You understand? I believe it was when he daughter. Right? When he daughter. Or somebody close to him. They went and sleep with that Jake. Have a child, tell she, hey, he's not part of the family no more.
And the man come and say that?
Yeah,
You say when they call it dog like mean bastard?
They mean bastard.
Yeah. That's not derogatory too.
You understand?
Yeah, I know that long time.
They break in the school, this is before he dead now. They did break, he have a school long, you see Page there? You see that working there?
Huh?
You see that working? You know, on the highway side, they have a school right there.
Yeah, with the big radio.
Yeah, with the big radio right in school. Right. They break in the school. Right? They break in the school, they teach computers and then man come and say, I know, say I sure. You see what the man say, eh? Say I sure, I know. Say I know these two guys here, black Yeah. Boom, police come now. This is before they release the video. Boom. They come and they get the video footage now.
Yeah.
When they watch the video, it's 2 Elamites. You know what you tell them? Delete the footage.
Wow.
Delete the footage, leave it alone.
Yeah.
That's his own way. You know?
Oh my
But you were
God.
sure, as he said,
Oh, then you
guaranteed before, right? That
Usual
it's Jake.
suspect here.
You know? And this is the kind of hatred that these heathens they share towards you.
Oh my God.
You know?
I mean, they get the blame first.
Yeah.
Without even blame. I mean, many times you see that in the court system. They blame you first. You know what I mean? So you're not innocent till proven guilty. You're guilty till proven innocent.
Once is that Jake.
Once is that Jake, you know?
Yeah.
Once is that Jake, they're guilty. Until proven innocent. You know what I mean? But yet still wrong, you know? And they suck up to them. And they want to be like them. They aspire to be them. You know what I mean?
That's right. I would say fair use. The music playing in the background. You know, we not playing that, we are not rights to that.
Right.
Yeah. So we not out here to gain the love of the world. We understand that we job out here is to what? To be a spectacle unto men, as the scriptures say. And it say what you say shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. So we understand there are situations where, yes, people will hate us. Even that people do directly, and people do even do indirectly. Okay, there are people who don't know what it is you just teach and what you believe, and they will actually go behind your back and try to do you certain things.
That's what they're fair.
Yeah.
If you look at Lamentations chapter 3, and I'm going to read, I'll read from verse 45. It said, Thou hast made us as the of courage and refuse in the midst of the people. Verse 46, all our enemies have opened their mouths against us. Right? And I was mentioning before. He said all our enemies have what? Do what? Open their mouths against us. So you feel it right now in South, you know, in Trinidad, the north and the east is usually consists of Jake, right? The south side is usually Elam. That come from the history beyond when they get about land and so forth, and that was spread out. If you go and ask Elamites down there, if they were Jake living amongst them, they'll tell you no. Take them out because there's what we as well. The lowest and the low.
Yeah.
We just bring each other. No, they're not wrong. You're crazy about it. Kidding about it, they're not even wrong.
Yeah. Destroy for lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes, they was made one refuse. Before. You know what refuse is that? Refuse is waste. That's another word for waste.
Something you don't want around.
That is it,
to get rid of.
waste, yeah. Unwanted waste, refuse now. We're like, oh, we go, alright, when we buy a whole chicken and we cutting off the chicken foot, the neck, we don't eat them things. You know what I mean? That refuse to be waste. Whereas in other cultures, no. Even in local culture, the chicken foot and the neck, you know people train that way? No boy, that is me, that's how they're telling you. Say, man, we eating that boy. But I refuse to us, I waste. That's how this works, like refuse, like waste. We don't want that. You know what I mean? The undesirables of society. You know what I mean?
And it's supposed to be that way. Why? Because you have any statutes and commandments, you understand? So it's obvious the Lord not going to bless us if he was picking up.
Same thing like when you video with the woman. She talking about, you know, she husband that get children in prison. I know the beating, you know. She was saying in the videos that the police saw a video of him they're beating him in the station. And I think that they wouldn't, because they're trying to make an example. You know, they might not release that video to the public because they know that guys are next.
Yeah,
but we know for sure, I guarantee that they did that, right? But she was, that's the thing about it. That's what they watch out. Right? Talk about Elam. When you go in police, majority of the forces were Elam.
All the higher ups.
Or the higher ups.
Because these young ones who roughen up people now, which they.
And even if there is not Elam, they support Elam, whereas they just be dealing in these pujas and these different Elam things. So there's a heavy supporter of that particular system.
Yeah, because look, the current minister, Homeland Security, he have a ring with the moon and star, you know. No, you actually, yeah, the Judy Compass, and the next one is with like a man worshiping the star, but whatever. Some lodge.
Lodge. So when we say lodge, Usually the lodges what they would consider like
Freemasonry,
Freemasonry.
down in Trinidad and Tobago. We
Yeah,
know
that's
it as
called in the
lodge.
Caribbean as well.
Yeah, lodgemen. Because that was mark up on the building, that's how they get it, lodge, and a number like 432 or whatever, that always be.
He's illuminated. In that darknessly illuminated.
But he's shipping it in like. He's shipping it in like.
Marine
Yeah,
says, Lamentations of the foremost one. They say, how is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen riches, the work of the hands of the potter? Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They get sucked to the young ones. The daughter of my people become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. You understand? And like, when you step it straight, how low Jake becomes. You understand? How low he becomes.
Yeah, so we have become cruel, because some people have become cruel. You know what I mean? Because they say, well, man will have an evil eye towards this brother. You know what I mean? That is the severity of the cruelness. You know? Look like years back, not last year, not year before, but I remember it had an article up. By the whole week, it had some stupid article where a family member killing a family member for some like $5 or $2. And a family member killing a family member for bread. And then it's egg.
Like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that was it. You know what I mean? That is severity of wickedness among people. You know?
And imagine now it's getting worse.
And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse than it is currently. It gets worse than it was.
Yeah.
So it's just a progressive wickedness.
You see that
A progressive state of worsening.
I had a father, two rubbish daughter the other day. I think I see about at least 2 articles with that some time ago. Like you're literally seeing it becoming more and more profane as time goes by. And it will get worse. But we understand that it's prophecy. It said time men will wax worse and worse.
Well, it's it must, because iniquity shall abound. The hearts of the people shall wax cold.
Cool, that's the idea.
You know what I mean? So we don't know nothing. We don't know love. Men will be genuine towards one another. We don't have a consideration. We look at one another as human beings.
You know, just like the curses. And on top of it, you tell you, men had go back smoke. The curses already make you hate your brother hardcore.
Yeah, love of many shall wax.
And now it's
Now you're going to get worse. You're going to get upgrade.
Booster.
You understand? And all this is well. All they have to understand that. Yes, all this was written long before. These curses for what? For breaking the law. You know what I mean? And I always go back to saying, only them that break the law is the only people who have the law, is the only people who can repent from the same law. You know what I mean? So, if you have no way, everybody could be saved, because not everybody could break the law, because not everybody was given the law to follow.
The foundation of salvation is 1, deliverance, and 2, the promises.
Salvation from what?
From slavery, from captivity.
How we end up with?
Because we're supposed to be rulers, and right now
How
we're
we
the
end up in
opposite.
captivity?
From breaking the law.
How come we alone in captivity?
That way when
Because
you
we
go,
alone had the law to break it.
God,
It's simple as that. We alone have the law to break.
I just only got the promises.
God.
The promises was only
No,
given to
it will only be we, because it's we alone had the law.
God.
You can't get the promises if you can't get the law, because the promises is that if you follow the law and do what the Lord said, this will happen. So either way, you can't get the blessing or the curse without the law. And the law was not given to the entire world, it was given to the children of Israel. And only them. That is why currently you only see any Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians being the ones persecuted on here. You know what I mean? We are the ones at the bottom. Like the video you pop with the Chinese manager. He said, well, no matter where you go on earth, the blacks will always be the lowest on the economic ladder. They will always be the low class. Always. And he alive.
That with Omar Johnson, he was
I think so, yeah.
yeah.
Talking about that fella with that Chinese manager telling them wherever
Yeah.
he go open up a business like that black person and black people go help him.
Because
Personally,
I
black
curses,
people.
yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? No other nation will operate so, because why? They didn't have the law to break. You know what I mean? And so Edom just consecrated that we break the law each day. You know what I mean? With the mixing of the food, the fabrics, the seeds, You know what I mean? And we not in power to correct it. You know what I mean? Deuteronomy 28.
People don't have the knowledge of how to correct it, and that's the thing.
Deuteronomy 28 and I believe it's 45. It's how we'll go to the enemies in the want of, in nakedness, in thirst, in hunger, and the want of all things. Your enemy will never ever do anything good to you. That is your enemy.
You see, remember, in that same break they're talking about in Judith, when Esau had his records, you know. Esau know, just like how they had the records to know that the Lord will deliver them, the Lord that hate evil. And if they commit iniquity, that the Lord will remove far from them. That is why he not only take away our knowledge of the Lord to be able to return, but he also makes sure that we live in transgression. That's why majority of the fashion, majority of the food, as you say, clothes, everything, is to actually cause us to transgress against the scriptures, so that we will live in that particular mind frame where the Lord will deal with us. But according to prophecy, it's saying in the land where it is said, "Ye are not my people," it shall be said, "Ye are the sons of the living power." So he can't stop it. He thought that would help him.
Exactly.
He thought, you know.
He tried.
Yeah.
He tried.
Kudos.
Yeah, he tried.
Without divine intervention, he would have succeeded.
Come on. Yeah, he tried because why? Because watch my yard, they will say, well, boy, all the meat on them, you know, is blemished meat. We can't ever eat fruits. A banana is not even a banana, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing that the fruits was, it is today. So even that and all, it's transgression.
And even now, just eating. So we had to work on the Sabbath. You know, exactly. it's a different thing that
because
you would do.
Because we live in an Esau system, on that Esau rule. Every nation is above us. So no matter where we go, we would not be in the ruling class or the ruling state to say, hey, we're not doing this, we don't want this, we don't use this, we don't do that, we don't do that. And alright, for example, in the eastern side of the world, most of the western snacks and foods are banned. These people do not eat bread with certain ingredients in it like we will find in the groceries on the western hemisphere. You understand? They don't eat things like alright, for now, Skittle banned in most countries on the eastern side of the world because of the fucking colouring and what they does do to children and all these things. A lot of the foods and candies, man. I think Cadbury banned now because Cadbury no longer using actual chocolate.
Yes.
Cadbury is no longer chocolate, and you know the Cadbury's are baking. Valentine's Day, Christmas, Mother's Day, birthday, you know Cadbury's are.
That was one of my.
That's a big dog.
That was one of my favorite. That was my favorite. Back in the days.
That is no longer. That and Ferrero Rocher. They no longer using chocolate. No longer, it's not actual chocolate. There's some chemical, but I forget what they call it, but it's not even chocolate. You know what I mean? Look, I watching a video I done last night before. A woman opened a package. Yeah, she bought one. How could you tell me this? And she take the chocolate out and roll it up so. Like a rubber mat. Yeah, this is rubber. And next, either might holding a piece of watermelon and chicken here.
Yeah,
I got one of
those
rubber watermelon.
I know what that one. I know what that one. I know what's that. You know, like that juice and that drink? I guess in that version, yeah, the drink version.
And then for month, she take 2 bites out of an apple. Yeah, I took 2 bites out of this apple. So I think, well, alright, I'm watching this even looking spongy or whatever. Yeah, last night. Yeah, I took 2 bites last night. It's not even, within a matter of minutes, not even minutes, seconds, the apple does turn brown.
Yeah.
You could be eating it and just talking and have it in your hand and go and get brown. You must say, take 2 bites last night, put it in the fridge. And white like it now cut.
And she couldn't tell the difference in taste. And this is where the deceitfulness come in, you know. A lot of the things, like for example, this like the I think the 3D meat and all this kind of wickedness that they're making now with the actual meat itself. Yeah, all them kind of stuff. When you taste it, because of the chemicals they put in it to deceive your senses,
you would know.
You can't tell the difference.
When you go down and start to be digested, your body will know the difference.
And it gonna make you sick.
It would.
Okay, boy, your body go reject it.
That's why I say, boy, the article you post out about people malnourished and undernourished and, you know what I mean? Because what they say, there's 100,000 children between the ages of some number stunted because of the food. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the weighing less than they're supposed to.
Yeah, they're being born lighter and they're not growing as they stunted. They reach their growth max.
And you're injecting them with jab with them jump shots on them. That making it even worse.
From the get-go.
They're just breaking the people down from birth, going straight down. And that is by design. You understand? You can imagine they say over 100 different countries going through that same thing. So you're trying to tell me under Esau's great rulership that he is ruling over now.
We numbers dwarf by them numbers because them countries way bigger than we are. So just imagine if we numbers is half a million. It's 530 something or 13.
512,000, I think they say it was here.
Right. And that is here. So that 500,000 here. And we population is not 2 million.
I think it's 1.4.
Well, right. We population is not even 2 million. So you do the maths. What about them countries where the population is billions? You know what I mean? Like China, for instance.
So,
and we know China is the home of plastic garbage.
So where all the food, where all the resources going? And that will raise questions. If these people do not have the resources to take care of themselves properly, who is owning all these resources? You understand? Where all the money going?
I understand names and who own it. I can't tell you where it's gone. I know who own it.
You understand? And did they show you how wicked the system is?
You have anything more than that?
I didn't finish the last verse anything.
Well, alright, finish it.
Ezekiel 3 verse 19, it say, "Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness."
Yeah. You do turn from wickedness. How many times? I don't have enough hairs on my head to count how much times we come out here and tell them about Christmas, Carnival, or idol worship.
And you don't have a thing we tell them about.
Yeah, I don't have enough hair on my head to count that. You know? We come out and warn them. You know what I mean? We've been warning them years upon years. You know what I mean? But
of the wicked, no one. What the wicked? It said no from his wicked. Oh, read it.
yes, I mean.
Verse 19 it say, "Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, it say he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul." Right? So he said, "Thou hast delivered thy soul." So you do your job. At the end of the day, just like in blessings and the curses, you know, we have a reward if we do this, and we have a penalty if we don't. We don't have a choice, you know. No, we have a choice in the sense of like you can just sit down and not teach and just get jacked up in the end. But we don't really have much options. If you understand what I say, this is not like an optional thing where you could be like.
Either way we going and suffer. So it's either we suffer for righteousness or we suffer for wickedness, bro.
As just say the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide, and the wicked shall suffer straight things and not see the wide. So the suffering would come regardless in some way.
It's either we suffer for reward or we suffer and get judgment twice.
And shame.
Yeah, and shame.
And shame.
So,
and that's the worst part, eh? Shame is the worst part.
We might as well carry on because I mean.
Because you had to go down eventually.
But I suffer for something.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I go suffer now and live it up later. Give me Revelation 12 and 12.
So we understand what? They say the Lord is not a man slack concerning his promises. When I worked for men in the past, them men still owing me. I'm telling you, them men still owing me, and I never going to get our money back. If you understand what I say. The Lord is a man. Once it is you do what he wants you to do. Even a man who corrupt will do something and he will still get reward from the Lord. They say many have received benefits in this life and have not known me. If that people just do all those good things that they don't even believe in the Lord and they just receive rewards from the Lord, much less for those that we say blessed are the feet of they that preach the glorious gospel. Where you feel they going and receive if they actually trying to.
You know what, you go make your enemies feed you in that time. Your enemies will take care in that time, man.
Even if you get something here, you're going to be compared to when you gain the kingdom.
Exactly.
So I mean, the things that you do here, you would get, right? But the glory that we really want, the prize that we really want is not here. We want to be in the kingdom to come.
Yeah, the city to come. Not this country.
You wait here. If you
city, brother.
If you receive anything here, I mean, day.
Men are looking for the consolation.
Yeah. I'm afraid to stay at home. Understand? Stand with it. But what we really aiming for is stuff in the kingdom.
You don't want to temper.
Yeah, we want to do temper. But we know. Yeah, you get a little crash here. You could say next day the Lord say, alright, chip come. Cash come on, now let's go.
Useless.
You know?
Keep that. If you use our toilet paper or something, keep that.
You got a vehicle, a man want to thief it from you. The scripture say what they say, store up your treasures where moth and rust does not corrupt and thieves do not break through and steal. You understand? So we understand this place is temporal. That way when you get here and when you lose here, you count it as dung regardless. Yeah, it's true, the Lord will give to men some things more than others, depending on the man. Because some men really can't handle wealth. You just see it all the time. Some men they'll be like Drake in his strip club, train of hundreds and shit. Like, you understand? Some men can't handle money. So the Lord will give to some more than he will give to others. But really and truly, riches is not really something that men can really handle out here. So that's why the Lord has given men according to their measure of what they're able to deal with. And what it is. You understand? But that's how a man have it, is to do good with it. If a man will and spray it, best he don't get it. Say Revelations 12 verse 12. It say, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. It say, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
There goes again. What's the devil moving right now?
We talk about it now. We talk about the things we talk about in the past. You know what I mean? He knew who he is, and he making life, or he making the living of life in such a way that, as the brother said, we have to transgress it. You know what I mean? And worse that way, as scripture is going to say, he know he can come and shot. Right now, Trump have a circus, the White House is a circus basically. I go have a video on it, that's like currently. Men jumping motorbikes on ramp, UFC ring set up so. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And what, this one, want to celebrate next one before the end of the era, before that.
No, this all of this is a prelude to that.
Like, yes,
Yeah, so it's the celebration starts from this week going on.
Yeah, because in the video I mentioned how even when Rome was falling, what they had entertainment. You know what I mean? They was entertaining citizens so that they wouldn't what?
They wouldn't focus on the things that happening.
But watch me, Rome was going down almost faster than it was built. You know, they say Rome was built on it. It probably take 3.5 to destroy it or something. You know? But that is just it. You know what I mean? Distractions. Right? So you know what? The devil aware that, hey, we need to do something or else all this will end up nothing, you know. And right now they're on edge. You know, they're coming down drastically with the laws.
That is why they're paying influencers to come and do certain videos to back up Trump. And the crazy thing about it, I remember doing a little, I don't think I'll get information again, but if you go and look at the information, Netanyahu youth, right, he's actually paying influencers 7,000, right? And American dollar or something like that.
Yeah.
Now when they break down the 7,000 and you break down the shekels, it's going to add up the same amount of money that Judah son of Yahushua. You understand? That's not by coincidence. The purpose of them to do this because this is what is the own. So that's the thing that basically we come and sell out. You understand? We come and sell out.
Yeah, support us. Instead of people expressing, so we promote media people. So anything that they bring, people go take it by yeah, I see this one happen, you're saying hey, this is real little thing and let's do this on XYZ. You know what I mean?
The scripture say, warn to him by who the Son of Man is betrayed.
Now the devil coming down with great art in all forms.
All forms.
You know what I mean? All forms.
The internet, total lockdown they want to do.
Can't.
Streets, total lockdown.
Famine,
Yeah,
literal
famine.
famine. You know what I mean? Because as what I was mentioning a couple minutes ago, who own all the resources? Who buy up the majority of water over in the states, all the underwater wells and so on and so forth. And instead of using it for good, you know what they're using it to do? Cool the AI in computer. Right?
No, the way you pay a commodity for air.
What?
The way you pay, a subscription for air.
Carbon something,
yeah.
carbon tracking or some carbon thing.
For clean, you know, they was actually having it, they was actually talking about it in a Congress with the DRM, you know?
Look at that. And this is little America, so guys, you know, coming to our country near you.
Coming to a bluff near you.
Yeah, soon
In
come.
our country, a bluff.
They say a fall up come upon all the earth. So everywhere it would happen because already and truly, even though it's just like if it's an antithesis concept, even though Russia and America look like they're at odds with each other, behind the scenes is the same people.
It's the same goal they're fighting for.
So they both will still initiate the same structure.
When America was launching the CBDC, what BRICS was doing?
Yeah.
Launching their own CBDC.
I think it's the ruble. But
Ruble is not Indian.
But the Russian one again, I forget.
I don't know, but I know they want a unified digital currency for BRICS nations. Just like how NATO and America wanted a unified digital currency for them as well. You know what I mean? So you're right, there's two sides of the same coin, heads and tails, but it's the same coin. So no matter what side of the land or what side you choose, you still do face the same point. You know? Let me get Matthew 24 and 21 now.
So I finished eating, eh?
Yeah, finish it. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah. And I did show you too. So all this, you see, when you look at all these different, like for example in the past, like you say like when the apostles them now started to come out and so forth, men wasn't pushing so hard. Men wasn't pushing so hard to erase information from the internet. It's only as this word started.
Talking about erase. You could have. We used to preach next to CD men by. Remember them times? We preach them, we have to show because it's our city man up the road playing music. Like when men had this CD attack and they had the amp on the back and the speakers. Like long time when they had CD selling that.
No, I say
go back and watch any one of them old videos and see if it come now. See if it have a copyright infringement. It does not. So you talking about the words we say? Or you talking about the things that they get in the background?
No, they make it harder. Why? Because really and truly, all the restrictions is because of we. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's the same thing, like they're looking for the littlest things to pull down the littlest, the littlest. So when one group, whether I the GMS, I this, you this, whatever, black this, once it no, because that's what it is. Once it resembles what we stand for, they classing it all as one. You understand? The classing it all as one. And that is what they want for the people or the population to view it as well. As one. So when they hear them pictures on them on the road, boy,
as radicalists.
They call it localized terrorism. That is what it's called. Localized, you know what I mean?
I remember that was in a video on that. But when they group all into one, that when they can make a general statement, rule against it and stop all of them. When you're ready, only one you're targeting, but you kind of group the others, you create the others and push them there so you could justify eliminating all. That's how he saw this move, like a Conan Hunter.
What do I say, Al-Qaeda? That's what they do. That's what they do.
Conan Hunters. They set the trap and you walk right into it. And that's why even the apostles just tell men, when you come out, the scriptures say what? Walk with wisdom, with them without. You don't be going out on the streets and doing all kind of craziness to bring unnecessary attention to yourself.
You just do the word.
Yeah, and don't be too much. Yeah. Don't be pointing out nobody and thinking you try to use discretion. Because at the end of the day, these people will use things to try to make an offense against the word.
We have no power here, not. You know what I mean? Not.
I remember
Scripture say agree with thy adversary, right?
Some
agree with the adversary.
Go start up and quarrel with them and
the police say, you have to come here, alright, no problem, officer.
I see them do that. It's like, officer, we good here? You want us to move? Yeah. Like they don't even wait to be offered something. They'll ask him, security, are we good here? You want us to move and go somewhere else?
One of the first things I teach when I go out there, XYZ. That's what the scripture means, agree with the adversary. Right? Don't try to pop no, don't give them no answer, back no long talk. That's what you want, no problem, officer. You know what I mean? Because you have to understand that we're not in power, we're not in rule.
Yeah, remember too, in this work, you need to start. When they classify or whatever they say, you guys want to come and say, well, I mentioned for the protest. That guys who want to protest in the fringes. And then in the protest with the fringes, and then you have a next guy of a different religion-based thing. He come in to talk to the news reporters and all the gangs come together today and you the fringes, so obviously when you're watching, there's a gang member. That's what we just say. These people are never had they had a deal when I call it to knowledge.
Yeah,
with the scripture said by the scripture said not, and with that we get structure and so forth. Right? You have to this is what it is. This is not a game, you know, this is not a game. To them it is. To these guys,
it's a show. It's a show. It's a show that want to be the Pharisees want to spread the phylactery. Look like the most holy.
We just had the phone. We just get it all.
Look like the most holy way. But what Apostle Paul said, he said he commend that them that do good, not in the presence but more so in the absence. Right? When I'm not, I'm wrong. I commend the brothers who stay
You know what?
firm when I not
You know what they come and say on an interview that hey, we just give
know
to
every
people.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we make sure
that's
the homeless in this area or something.
No, Jake like to hear that. He just give because they won. Because that's how they, that's
You're
how
drawing people.
they join people. That's what it is. Show people.
Yeah, God.
You understand? But that's not what it is.
Think about it. Some of these men, half of these men was failures in the world, and because of failures in the world, they try to come to the truth. They try to be something there. That's really what it was.
I really open up what we are saying. Preaching the word and what? Sincerity and truth. Sincerity. We're not looking for no promo. We're not even looking for numbers.
Man,
We're looking to do the job that we were sent to do.
they had men who was,
Guys,
false pimps, artists. When they come to the truth, pimp the truth, pimp women in the truth, become rappers in the truth, and then become a peg warriors. That is what it's public and they see. Well, what happens is that they can't mix it too. No matter what it is a threat to, they can't mix it too. That's you know tell them, hey, you gotta walk this part alone, I tell it to pour for the old man. You cannot come to save the Lord and still have that woman in you will never walk out. It will never walk out. You understand? No matter where you try to do it, will never walk out. You give up that old man.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to, you can't take in gas on it. You want to fill it up with water to see if it goes. It can't mix, that can't happen.
Hey, it doesn't. When you read the scriptures, we know scriptures tell us that there was separation among men and so forth. All these things coming. You can't come to do it, but you talking about scriptures with your friends, you talking about these things, but you and our professor as well.
A peace protest. You're trying to work against the Christian. You're trying to work against the truth.
We have no peace. The Lord, the scriptures
Peace and safety.
Why is sudden destruction in the whole head?
Men want peace and safety. That's what I already want.
peace and safety in a wicked place. They ain't going to get that.
They're saying they serve the Lord, but they don't really want the Lord to return. And the action show it. They want to be here for the next 1,000
because
years.
you know when the Lord come back, they have no reward to get. What work have you done for the Lord? You was doing promo, you know. Your whole lifespan in the truth was a promo. It was a big promo, you know.
Who was Sakari? Sakari, you said we still have 100 years or something. Yeah, still have 100 years. And then after that, Russia going to take over. And then we go, no, man. We're going to get out there as soon as possible. You know?
Promo. That is our promo you went for this kingdom.
So, and that don't even make sense because that's not prophecy. Which leg, wait. So after the legs, that's something else then. If America is the legs,
You thought
right?
that the legs, what be this? Whatever
I
the
don't
legs
know
stand.
how to be.
What be the podium the statue was on?
Where you get that breakdown from?
You know, Russia is
See,
not the
but
podium.
see, now when we get it breakdown, it's beneficial to
To
their
him, to this kingdom. That is the promo and how you feel they living, how they living. This promo they doing them is promotion, girls. You know?
They say what they say the cares of the world choke the word and make it unfruitful. Because these men know what the prophecy says.
Make it unfruitful because why? The fruits that we're working for here is not physical fruit. It's not fruit that you can see. It's not a house. It's not a nice car. It's not women in the street. You know what I mean? The fruits as the brother said we're looking for. It's eternal fruits, the fruits of the spirit, the fruits of life. Like everlasting that is.
You know what I mean? For them not to sign and cry. Oh, you sign and crying? What you sign and crying for?
Now you looking at?
You should have said it's them not to sign and cry against what? The abominations.
In this kingdom.
Men don't even sign and
Man
cry.
said we have 100 more years in the kingdom.
But
And
I
then that's what they
fact, some men doing the abomination. Yeah,
it's part of the abomination. I'll tell you them promoting this kingdom, man. It's promo girls. That's what it is, promo girls. Good.
They say, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because you know it that he had but a short time.
Yeah, you got a short time. So what you do? You invest in what? Into black neighborhoods, create black superstars for younger black people to follow, younger Jakes to follow, so that they can send me down the wrong road.
Yeah.
And when they send me down the wrong road,
You gotta
hundreds of
send
thousands
me
you going on.
You groom some to groom others.
Come on.
Like a cycle.
You know what I mean? And whoever not wouldn't like him, would hate him and start a fight against the ones who like him. So either way they win.
That daddy will then check in. When you say when you set one Jake above the others and let them fight amongst each other.
Yeah.
And what he did say, he said this conditioning will be a programming that will last up to about 300 years. And it did. It lasts real long. until eventually the truth start coming out.
And the brain starts to recorrect itself.
Don't feel it's still not playing today.
No, it's not.
Because
it's still playing because they're still using it. Just like in direct form now.
Or they're using it today. They're not using it as like technical being. They wouldn't say it's Willie Lynch.
They wouldn't blatantly come out and
when they hear them say it, they don't know where it come from. You know?
No, that's why it have Jake who's billionaires and millionaires. And Jakes who can't see the way at all, no matter what they do. You understand?
The system itself, no matter what they try to do, the system itself is just programmed. They can pick and choose who they want.
Exactly. And they do that. So the ones who weak, right? Go say if he could do it, anybody could do it, but you just have to, you know what I mean? Then they go see some video on TikTok. Put this leaf inside your wallet for prosperity. So I started watching, they put that bay leaf in the back of your phone in the phone case. I chat positive energy and I said I had 10 hours. That's what kind of madness I see here. We don't promote it. Come on, let me read. Jake, who else can promote it? Who else notice enough to do that?
Jake, but they also talk about manifestation on a daily basis.
Right.
I mean, I make a statement some time ago. You feel don't have men who can play football like Cristiano Ronaldo and them? They have real talented Jakes all over the world. That could be, but these men don't get exposure. Why? Because unless it is you willing to do what these men doing, you're not going and get out forward.
They have to do what the devil says to do.
LeBron James
promoting the devil kingdom, you know.
You have to.
You have to be a servant of the devil.
Miley Cyrus is not the best young singer that I had for Disney Channel. It have other singers and actors and dancers and all these different things, just as good as these people. But these people was willing to do what was needed to be done to be in these places.
Even if you look up like somebody's celebrities, right? For example, celebrities. Basically celebrities. For somebody that has sports around the world, they must come to. They might be the only person in the family is a star. Messi, example. Ronaldo, an example of it. There's nobody in the family was good. He was just he born. Don't give him that talent. But for example, America basis, Miley Cyrus' father was a singer before. He had a big hit. I won it. He was one of my one and one. But he's a right musical thing.
Yeah, she said you someone to Lil Nas X.
Nah, I think before that.
Yeah, no,
recently.
But what I mean to say?
Yeah.
Guys, you don't know this?
Right. But before that, he was a big country. He's a country star. She mother same thing as well too.
Yeah, you're recording.
Right? Yeah, but he's a right on the number. But she mother. But it's not coincidence. People talk about like Jake bring a good point the other day, right? She bold. She don't understand why white people just come and give a story on the internet, making it look like if their life was hard. Yeah. Like if they like Bill. You know, ever seen stories of Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and them?
Yes,
he was just a
16-year-old school. Bill up in Chinese garage.
Look up who his father was. Look up who Bill Gates' father was.
Look up who his mother and father was.
Look up, I even want to tell you mother's side, to them, father is not more important than father. Even in the elite, father is right? Look up who his father was, look up who Mark Zuckerberg's father was. He didn't drop out of school and his sport back on $0.
Come on.
Or this fella who won
take money to make money.
Yeah. Or this fella who won Tesla.
Yeah, you are not going to join us. Because if you listen to Elon Musk talking on a daily basis, the way he just talk, he had nothing. He started prison from scratch.
He sleep on his sofa and some shit.
He had nothing in America.
People
are over in South Africa. Come on, man. But he's a South African, no? He's not an American.
Mentioned.
He born over there?
Yeah, he is a South African.
He don't trouble like I don't know. You understand?
Hey. You born in South Africa. You see the color of this man. If he stand next to Trump, you see the difference in shape?
Nope.
He almost invisible. He almost clear.
It's so crazy, right? People even know he was from South Africa.
I want to tell him that.
But it's not really him. His father is actually owner Emerald Mine. So, right?
Come on, own it.
Emerald Mine, own it.
So he is. He's prominent over there.
Look at that. His grandfather, right? Don't feel Elon Musk's father was just a broke one. No, his father, your man, over the years, he saw all the things that the conquer and so forth. They just passed on to
and build up here.
Even though they changed the name, because they did change names to High Web.
Because what they were saying that Musk lineage, them go back to something now. I can't remember who we go back to. But there's a reason why you get Musk today.
Yeah,
That is not really his.
It's actual bloodline.
Yeah.
You know, get some of them who go back to the Rothschilds and so on and so forth, but the names have none of the, like if like the known Rothschild, the name, the last name is not Rothschild.
Klaus Schwab.
He's a cousin, he's a first cousin of them. He is a Rothschild, his bloodline is Rothschild.
Like the first name was what?
Well, Rothschild, and then the name changed due to whatever.
No, I think it's mother. They think his mother name was just a hide coming up.
Yeah,
but he's considered ours.
Like Mustard, I said Mustard them didn't come from nothing. Them parents had money, Gates, all of them.
How they get the money? You know where they get the money. Let me read this here. Wait for it. Let me read this here. Let me read this here. James chapter 5. And let me read from verse 1. Now it says, go to know ye rich men, weep and hope for your miseries that will come upon you. And this is talking about you. You feel Elon Musk and them, that's why they build the robots and so forth. You feel these men. If them had to survive like us, feel the time? They could not. They got a show long, they used to show that a boss switching his life with one of his workers. So like that?
Yeah, on back of our bosses, and he going and working next to like the supervisor or whatever, and watching out. Oh, I talking about when they go to actually work.
Nah, I don't want to everyday life. What they'll do is switch it. So he would just literally come and work with the same money, and he would try to live off our wages.
Oh, okay, I
understand. And majority of them can't.
But the one I talking about is that one that
I know.
Yeah, I know what
you're talking about. There's one where they just switch. You come and do
work and see what really going on in the establishment, and be like
this one actually shows that switching of it, where they would just switch everyday lifestyle. It's an old wine of promotion. This is the hardest one.
Like an MTV thing, huh?
I can't remember. Yeah, basically it was MTV or VH1, right? And what they would do is like literally switch the life, but they would live on person money.
So you salary of an employee then?
Right. So if you work for 3,000 a month, the boss will have to come and live on a
3,000 a month. With your same expenditures, he can't like. You see, like we say, you will give for 3,000, but your rent is 1,500. He can't live, and your rent is not. So when he get paid, they take it on 1,500 one time to send to the rent that day.
So you have to work on your ration. They live on your rations.
Yeah, they live on the rations, and you living on.
And majority of them fail.
They go fail.
Yeah, they can't. Because again, they go back to what we saying. Plenty of them owners, they inherit things showed the lifespan, showed the generation.
Since they're young, they're traveling for free.
Yeah, I say they're not trouble. Like you feel when you scripture mentioning the poor of this world, you mention who? That he's talking about Jake. You understand? You feel Esau can live there. So and that's what Trump tried to do. And he get rid of all the immigrants, which was majority of them, right? Majority of them was Jakes, Latinos, blacks, right? And Trump get rid of them. The Edomites were saying.
What they come out and say?
No, again, this before. The Edomites were saying before, get rid of them so they get more work and we could do the jobs. You know what happened now? They have nobody to do the work. They have nobody to do the work.
So while they was getting rid of them, some Edomites, they smell the wake up and smell come and go, who going on to that? Who going on cut the lawn in this neighborhood? Not me. I'm not going to do it. We need those immigrants.
One thing is that now you expose how terrible your payment system is, because plenty of the farms, there are no workers right now. Plenty of the farms shutting down, right? But people were saying,
we got labor for that price.
It's not a big debate recently. Jake was like, I thought all they say, all of that come and fill the roles when we go. Why nobody come? Why businesses closing now? So all they do want to do work because all they do want to do work and pay as well. Too small.
So they know it's too small, but they pay people.
You understand?
All the people survive.
So but again, that Esau fail. So it goes to show that this is only kingdom. And in the kingdom to come, when we rule them, we wouldn't want to do the work what they want to do.
I keep just saying what they say, as you like men to do unto you. Yeah. Esau don't know nothing about that principle. Because he would want you to do something for nothing, and in the reverse, he don't want to.
He's not doing it.
Just like, wages.
And there's like when they're talking about slavery, a white man will say, why are they talking about slavery for any part? No, what do you mean we had to talk about it?
You feel you in the position you're in today, it was because of slavery.
You feel you get your house.
That was we. You owe me that.
All them Hilton hotels, the billing. Yeah. You know, just so they get our money to do that.
Like last year, last 4 years when I had the World Cup winner right now, right?
Yeah.
when it had the World Cup in Qatar, where's one of the things he so push so that FIFA, they were the FIFA to change the location and so forth, saying Qatar was building the stadiums for slavery and plenty of the people who built it would die, and they tried to put in the media that hundreds of people die building stadiums when it was only 2 people, right? Switching the tables turn. America, when they're building the stuff, hundreds of people have died, but you don't see it on the news.
No.
You don't see polls, right? You don't see count. And now people are saying that it's not a conversation, but this is a shitty World Cup winner right now. The World Cup winner right now is shit, right? But America pushing it. Yeah, so it's so all will be what it will be good because America either might be so in it. Or go back to brother saying so don't like so. Well they're killing people on a daily basis with the build stuff. Another country that's killed too is a problem.
Well, look at the genocide. There's somebody do that.
They attack a place that could not attack them, right? Then they went and they get so proud they when they attack another place. But this one could have hit all their back.
Yeah.
No, he hit all their back. Why? No, all
the tyrants, yeah.
Victim. That come like you know they watch the videos with all the Edomites. Edomite woman go run up to a Jake man and tell him what kind of thing. And when he do respond,
They look for that provocation.
I look at that Karen.
Yeah, Karen provocation.
The victim, they call it victimhood. Yeah. All it's not the victims. And it's not always not the victims of this thing. All it's not. And it's not always the suspects. The prime suspects as well.
They are proud, they are precious to slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Yeah, that is where it is. That's where it is. But they do all this things in the history. No, we can't mention it. No, Trump wants to remove it. No, you can't speak about it because he's trying to remove it. People and slavery was good.
Yeah, let me try and take out the negative stigma it have on slavery. Close down the museums and replace the thing. Basically, a mini renaissance started. You know, that we trying to do. You want to rebirth the whole concept of slavery. Yeah. Make it seem like he did us a favor.
Yeah. Like
he
used to do us a favor. We are still being huts.
It wasn't in fucking huts, bro. That was all there.
They're so about harm so much, right? So about harm so poor and all this sort of thing. But who have harm poor? Who be thieving all the minerals?
Even in Africa, when you watch some of them buildings in Africa, some people, the buildings how they show on TV, you would never guess that Africa buildings and structures look like that. Real advanced across.
Yes, they have the poor parts. Obviously, because it's a big continent.
Super rich country there.
Hey, Angola.
At different levels.
Angola is one of the best. Angola is one of the best places when it comes to like infrastructure. I believe like all the buildings stuff like that. But they wouldn't show that because here why?
The captain, whatever you know, the brutal one, who run the French from the mines and they use them to fund the economy after they win.
But on TV, pushing all that, and that's one of the things they use the propaganda, the networks, the news and things. When they're showing Mexico on TV, Mexico is dusty. It's brown.
Like our Western.
You want to know the thing?
They see it €400 million.
So what man should do is go to the camera now in Mexico and say, wait, where the brown is? You know? Because that's what they want to make it look like these places so
impoverished.
Yeah, impoverished now. That's one of the ways.
That people striving without all them. It's only when all they come, things
that's one of the ways that they just get money too. Because give $1 for a poor child.
Yeah. Just 50 cents a week. You can help one child for a month.
Or you see the article came on where a lot of these foundations were actually small hats owned, right? And they were actually taking the money to build nukes, to build bombs. People get to realize recently, I was like, wait, all the years I get money, you telling me my money was funding bombs to kill children?
Yeah, and they don't want to get back. The kids
can't get back.
To them who create the justice system, to them, you know? So you want to get out.
Again, that is again, scriptures mentioned, Job called them what? The forgers of lies. That's what it is. You know it's called for, you know the forgers. This man used to build things, create things.
Yeah, that is so Smith or the blacksmith is a forger?
Yeah, I try to remember in the comic book world, they have a man called the Old Forger or something like that. And he usually used to create like weapons for some of the superheroes.
So when you was a forger of lies, you
creating lies.
That's what you do, that you work to creating lies.
Are you sure messed up that is, eh? Imagine they're taking your money.
Bring it with that, shake it up, and he rests for 24 seconds. Boom, we have a line right here.
Talk about like a Smith.
Yeah. Don't know what it is, a forger is a smith, you know. Just another word for smith. The blacksmith, the back then, the blacksmith was the man was what? The swordsmith and the blacksmith was the same person. You know what I mean? But they are forgers. A forge is the furnace that is used to melt. That what a forge is the furnace that is used to melt the metal. That is what the forger is. So the forger is the person who's operating.
They're just creators of land.
That's what it is.
That's what you do. Hey, when he's up telling you to run, look to fly.
They don't even fly stand up, stand up boat.
Duck.
Duck or something.
Yeah, don't run. Whatever you do, don't run. Not run.
Again, that's really a wicked people.
No, but that's an example, yes. They say, take the juice.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
you're dying.
100% effective.
For that. To that. If you want to die, 100%.
Never forget that way, okay. Yes, I do it, right? 100%. I might say 100%. Ramon used to say the job is 100% workable. Then a week after, it's 95. And then a week after, it dropped to 80. Then a week after, you hear, okay,
60 or 60 with boosters.
Yeah, let's bring our next one because this one, it failed. And by that time, billions already done take it already. It's who said again, women said again, the children said again. Over the past few years, this thing become prevalent in childhood, what is it called? ADHD, right? It's because of jobs.
Super cancers.
All these
If they had super cancers 10 years ago.
Turbo cancer.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
That was unheard of.
Disease had to get nosket on it. You know, like long time, need to speed on a growing, it's a customize, you can't do a nosket. Yeah, disease had to get nosket.
They're dying way faster with these cancers that you get from them. People with outbreak like that, certain things, people body reacting to and giving them STDs and so on and so forth because they have that in the blood.
I can't remember I told him because she wanted to go into the baby, even though she's honest. But she took for the job and she was like, I trust in it, I believe in it. When I take it, no one else must be bad so today.
Alright, I do believe in fairies.
Then that someone want to take, I know personally, someone want to take it. Somebody want to take it, and right after that, they get hemorrhoids in the belly.
You know, I do study to be honest, she don't even take Panadol. She said, I don't take Panadol. I said, she's not taking it, they give people like she is a job. But for me, I don't take anything like, I go take my pain or whatever, I drink some hot tea or something. You don't deal with pharmaceuticals and she's studying to be honest.
I want to do the problem with that in the hospital as well. That thing went around where somebody was working as well. It was like they're not going to take it. You understand? And it's a big thing, but if you get rid of half, the hospital can't function. So it's like they tell them, alright, only go down work. You understand? Then the company boosts tell them all about it, and then some of them was like, we're not taking nothing. Why I come here, we're not taking nothing. Some of them really stand fainting and it was like, hey, fuck that. I'm not giving. Till this day, Pfizer hiding because he can't go into certain countries, right? The other one that they make key import, right? Johnson, they themselves, they don't get sued and all kind of shit already.
That's why and if you make them get away plenty is because they make sure that they make you sign a document wavering your yard, right? So it's your choice to take it. And how this is for ESO, isn't it? ESO will get you to pay for something to kill you. ESO does do that. And just put a nice little logo, a little thing saying disclaimer, and all these different things. That's how wicked it is. And if ESO could do that forever, they would do it forever. That's why we need divine intervention.
Written in the fine print act. There's a reason why I say that too, man. Look for the thing that written in the fine print. When the music world talking about selling your soul and go back across road, it's really easy. So you're going to amongst us. Why the paintings with the singers, these jazz singers that so called say they sell the soul? Who it is that is going somebody corner in the painting? Either Mike in a full black kit with a hat on. Why they have never show the devil, but they always show you a white man bouncing somebody cross road?
You remember it had a movie with a teacher, right? Our teacher used to be teaching black children, well Jake children, right? And it had a boy who would come with a picture of the Lord, and he was dark colored. And the Edomite who was over the teacher was telling him, hey, you see that? Fix that.
Fix that, yeah.
You understand? Because he didn't want that kind of vibration questions. He was like, you see that boy you're doing that, eh? Try to resolve that, because we don't want to hear. Why? And why was an Edomite man over him? Because that's more or less the taskmaster. Even in the industry. I remember I had a video I was seeing with one of these so-called pastors, and then he was giving a speech. And when they watch behind him, in a corner, is an Edomite watching him. All of them has had a one Edomite.
Hey, Rolly example, a good example of that. When he was, before he lost now, but when he was going to win, right? Who he had with him? He had a Edomite with him. That sit down there watching everything he says. That one, hey, watchman. That is the only way forward is death and destruction. There is nothing else for it. You know, nothing else for it.
And I will back and say that. You see the officer answers to the COP answers to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister answers to Armand Westmoreland.
Yeah.
You understand? You know why he say that? Because he understands how the system works. And it's not that guy looking like me and you in Westmoreland is a Edomite. You understand? Guys who really control things. And what it is they're doing with this power. Over 100 countries, almost half the people cannot eat properly. You understand? What kind of rule is that? You say when the wicked bad rule, the people mourn, and that's what's going on. You see any people mourning. The mourning, and they don't even have the hearsay to be able, because really and truly, with the little people have. Let me say if Esau actually wanted to help the nation, right? Or help the society, they would have seminars, they would have like certain programmings and vibrations they would push out through media to teach people how to plant, you know, different things that they would do to people be self-sustainable. They don't want people to be self-sustainable. They don't want people to have certain ways of knowing how to function in life and all these different things. That's why you mostly see that in Edomite families. They'll teach the children how to hunt. He's a train how to look for food, how to plant, all these different things. In Jake's, what does it give us? Drugs, rap, twerking. Because they want those people to continue being destroyed. They don't want them to be self-sufficient. You understand? So you can see where we're going to. And that's why Jake Holmes has been so destroyed. It's programming. I finished with the
No, I finished it.
No, I didn't finish with the revelation.
So finish, go back here, James chapter 5 verse 1. It says, go to know ye rich men. Weep and hope for your miseries that will come upon you. Here we say misery. So usually a man who rich, he don't really go through much misery. You understand? You need money to do what? To pay your bills. You know? Pay off a debt, pay off a this, you know, fly away, whoever this one. Don't tell him, you know.
Anyway, you can ask yourself how transport.
Yeah.
These men own islands and have parties on.
Gerard Kushner and Trump's daughter, two of them, they married together, right? Them literally went and buy an island in Albania, right? For how much money the Albanian government have to give them. When they give them, no, it caused protests. Right now, the Albanian president can't even sit down good. You understand? Because they protested and burned down the house. Because what the land itself was literally like land that was protected. You know, it's like a national kind of thing now.
Yeah,
and he said it, and he was like, hey, he said, I don't care, 5,000, but that's 500,000, it's done, I'm going and sell it. Because why? He himself is a small man. Jared Kushner is one as small as him.
You have to give it up. You have to run goods.
But all them islands are building, they're going to turn on themselves. You feel, right, tell about this, show you movie, you feel every elite going and get away from some of these people, you know? You remember that the elite?
Yeah, that's the lower level.
Yeah, that's the lower level.
The ones who we don't see on a regular basis.
You feel them going and get away. I used to mention they would only guard the princes and all these things. Right, some of them they go to the set, some of them they will get catch.
That's some of them had never been on a camera. We don't even know how it does look. It does be indoors right through.
You remember something, even in the elites, usually they keep their population small. The numbers, they don't continue to raise, but you know, they're sleeping around and their children who might mix the blood here and there and whatever it may be. Right? You feel them know what a number jump back? Yes, some of them don't get caught up. You understand? See, Say your riches are corrupted, and your garments are not eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be witness against you. And shall eat your flesh as it were of fire. Ye have kept treasures together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by the sword, pride and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of the Sabaoth. Right? Man of war, many armies. Right? You have condemned and killed the just, and he does not resist you. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, a husbandman waited for the precious fruits of the earth, and had long patience for it, until he received the early and latter rain. Right? Be ye also patient, establish your hearts for the coming of the Lord. Right? So these rich men are going to pay. They're not going to be, they're going to escape. And this thing here, they could escape here. We're not saying like something happened to them. They commit all this atrocity. Like some of these men was caught in the Epstein files and all these things. And how you feel they get out? It's because of the money. They get rid of that. Get rid of that. Pay them money, pay our 2 million or 2 billion. That's more money for them. You understand? Feel that money going to help you anytime they come. Feel that money going to save you when you don't come. You don't say you want girls?
Behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man as his work shall be. You know what I mean? So whatever you do, it's not a reward for it, whether your reward is good or bad, it's based on your work, but
like
it's not a reward.
Like pride.
It's not a reward for it.
Pride is when you think to yourself that because of something you own, you will be exempted from having to pay for your wrongs. Like pride. I say what pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. When you're a proud man who thinks you do something, and that way you see, that way the characteristics of the elect is what? Meekness. A man who is of the Lord, the first thing coming to his mind is, alright boy, what is I going to have to answer for this action that I did here? Because he knows I do this and it was wrong, and I'm going to have to answer for this in some way. That is a humble way of thinking. He knows that the Lord is not a respecter of persons, and he will avenge anybody that do something wrong. It's like a man who talk about breaking like bonds and building bigger. Alright, you think that you control life and time, so you can just do whatever, and alright, tonight you going and dead. You didn't this morning. You understand? A man who is of the Lord, he understands these things, so he would not be thinking in such a proud way. So that is show you how proud he so is. He literally thinking to himself, I will store up Fort Knox, I will store up the seed vault, I'll store up this and store up that, and I go in and be able to have, you say what? They say their inward thought is what? Your houses shall continue forever. That's how proud them is. They will always be able to have their enterprise because they're not Nebuchadnezzar mindset. You understand? And they didn't learn from the one before them. What happened to Nebuchadnezzar? What happened to his grandson? You understand? Drinking, he and drinking out of the man cups. What happened to them as a result? He still don't learn because he's a carnal man. So we understand what's going on be there. Differential logic?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Let's go. We'll bring up Isaiah. That's fine. You see on the Isaiah 33, verse 6, right? You see, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. You say the fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So scriptures say what wisdom and knowledge, which is what you understand in these scriptures. We understand the kind of man the Lord is, and that is why the scriptures say what they say, no need terror the Lord, we persuade men. We understand that he's not a man who does play. He might get you blind sometimes, because as men we in the flesh. But don't feel that you wouldn't have to answer. Don't get full of yourself. Long story short, don't get full of yourself and think to yourself that nothing going to happen to you. Don't be in that Esau mindset like you could do whatever, and just because it has give one or two little things or do one or two little things that you'll be exempted from punishment.
Nobody is exempt from judgment.
Jake believed because they gave to charity. It's the best thing on the earth. That's why the Lord called them. He said, Lord called these people who are such foolish. You understand? Jake, when you hear Jake talk and they're dominant. Even the high class, like even the ones who do all our schooling, who do all that thing and they're stuck up, even when they hear them speak, it's like, and you know, knowing the truth, they're so dumb there. You understand? They're so dumb. You know? There's hearing them talking, even though they say a worldly education, when you hear them talking, they say the dumbness now, but they're stupid, you know? They can't comprehend. It'll go more.
Huh?
Push back more.
Wait out.
They dumb.
Huh? Up?
Doesn't matter. Rain,
You understand? So, do you understand what kind of Lord we serve? He's not a respecter person, and he's a man. Even when we talk about the one you bring it up earlier, the one who high talent. You know that thing. When it just happened, he said, the doubt now know that I'm a hard man. You understand? It's a certain thing that he requires. And now we out here trying to fulfill his requirements.
Man, it's going to be a glorious day when the space shut down too.
A funny one too. A very funny one. All these Instagram models and all these OnlyFans and these people who are accustomed getting validation online and thinking to themselves that the support that they're getting from these random people or from this system going to last forever. When that support finally cut off, you know, the ones that could go now and just get some stamps here and this connection, this person will help them. In that time to come, nobody's going to be helping anybody. You know? Anybody who was, I don't know, simping, anybody who was simping for somebody, no, in that time, nobody's not going to be studying nobody but their own preservation. You understand? If you feel the hearts of many waxing cold now, when that time comes, it's going to be much worse.
It's going to be worse. Literally going to be worse.
Literally.
Literally. They say, Surak said, that joy in the fall is going to be joy in the fall is enemy, man. If you them see the fall, it's going to be a glorious thing. That is why, you know the World Cup going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, majority of the World Day, World Cup, for World Cup for a reason. You understand? It is the biggest sporting event it will ever have, right?
Yeah, then the Super Bowl has been.
Yeah. But when people ask me, I say, hey, the way how things look, this World Cup might even play out. It might even finish. You understand? Because of what is going on, how Trump takes the things Trump saying, so the things that going around the world, you can see. Like, and I think hoping we too. You hope something happens. You understand? We hope something happens.
Education for the faith.
Hey, we literally want to get out of here. We want to stay here. You understand? Because we're not going to come out from us. One of the ways we're going to come from the chariot. But there's the chariot. Right? But we don't want to be it. This is not rest. Every day walking around is wickedness, adultery, oppression. Hey,
I say what? So the oppression makes a wise man mad. Most of the people out here are being oppressed. Majority of the people going through some kind of oppression. But because they don't have the wisdom of the scriptures, they're not seeing it that way. In their mind, it's just a normal way of life. You know, you live in a society where almost half the people can't even feed themselves properly. And that is viewed as something normal.
You
understand? Like that's normal in a society. We have a small group of people own all the money and they're literally choking the money from flowing downwards. But that's a normal thing in society. That's not normal. But when you're going through something all your life, and like somebody who born as a slave, you born as a slave, all you know is being a slave. That's all you know. You understand? You know, like you watch them fairy tales long time, where somebody grew up in a house, and they grew up in some poor house, and the wicked stepmother thing in the morning time, and somebody come and tell them, you know, you're a princess, or you're a prince from a far away, and you watching them like, what are you talking about?
It never be.
Already and truly, who that represent? Right, Jake? Princes in slavery, and you're coming and telling them that there's actually a prince or a princess, and they're watching like you're crazy. You understand? They're watching you like you're mad, because all they know is a life of servitude. They don't know nothing about rulership. Exactly. Like all they know. So somebody come in and tell you that you want to make that person insane. So we understand why people watch us like we awfully rocker, as you say in this group. But that's okay. You don't get it now. You'll get it then.
Yeah, don't get it. They will see it to believe it, don't worry. You see it, that's fine. You will see it in time to come. We have in Matthew 24, 21 and 22 coming out.
Bring some here.
Yeah, got you.
No, but you say you want to bring it over there.
I'm gonna bring you
21, right?
Yeah.
21?
21 and 20.
Matthew 24 verse 21, it say, for then shall the great tribulation, for then shall be great tribulation, such as what was not since the beginning of the world to this time. It say no, nor ever shall be.
Yeah, great tribulation. So what we see it now and what is to come, it will be things that you haven't been seen.
Things in comparison.
Yeah, go pale in comparison. What happened back then, the things that we know of that happened by jaw on the floor. Right? You'll be in all the destructive power of the Lord. Right? The sufferation we have that is yet to come. As you better say, it's only going to get worse, no better. And the tribulation that is at the door right now. Because the way they're setting up the citizens of these various countries by, you know what I mean? They're setting them up. That's what it is, they're setting them up.
Dependency mindset.
Yeah, great tribulation. Great. Everybody we talking about. It's everybody, not some. It's all. Everybody going to suffer.
Or you say cause all.
Yes.
Everybody being set up for that particular system that you want to implement. Right now it had nobody around in our society that don't know how to scan the hand or how to scan the forehead for something. Because of the C19. Majority of people know, like if you how they had the heat gun, you take your hand and you scan it so, or you take your forehead and you scan it. That by conditioning, that is not by coincidence. All these things happen is conditioning. Conditioning you to be dependent on things like food stamps, dependent on things like digitalization, making online payments, doing online transactions, banks right now.
Yeah, they're not doing that over the counter again.
If you do it, you have to pay extra. And they're even giving out rewards. I see the public doing something where they're saying that if it is you do most of your transactions online, I think if it's like about 24 to the month, you're getting some, you could win somehow. So all of them moving to the direction of digitalization. So you already see the direction everything going. Everybody wants to get rid of cash. So they're giving you benefits if you're straight from cash. And if you want to still use cash, they're giving you penalties. You have to pay an extra fee or whatever the case may be. So that is a conditioning process. Because they know they want to eventually eliminate cash completely and put a chip in people's hand. And that's where your cash going to be. So that's how. So now you pay with your phone. Afterwards, now you're going to be paying with your hand, swiping. That's by design. Gradualism. First they bring Visa and MasterCard and all these different things, and that was one form of getting accustomed to digital payments. Then they bring online stuff, and just now it's going to be a chip in somebody's hand. And that's how they're going to be paying with stuff. And when that time comes, as the prophecy says, no one will be able to buy or sell unless they have it. Right? That time is going to come, and you're already...
Temptation.
The scriptures talk about it, and you're seeing it happening. Nobody could deny that prophecy. Because you're literally seeing, Sweden is a good example. It literally have people working it have people working in certain businesses. They have a chip in the hand.
India already completely different. And India is two sects of people, rich and poor. They have no middle class.
Small and great.
And they completely
small and
digital.
great.
So even the most rural people, people who probably still have to go outside and pull water. You know what I mean?
They're paying with digitalization. You're seeing it. I don't read the last verse, I read the last verse. I read one. Verse 22, right?
Yeah.
It's saying, except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Yeah, even scientists say, youth spinning faster.
Yeah, time moving faster than usual.
Exactly. Something. I was watching a video where it say, alright, so back then monks had candles, right? And the candle used to burn 24 hours. But now, the candle burning, because using the same candle,
yeah.
The candle burning, but they ending before the candle out.
Like prophecy?
Yeah, and so the day is literally being shorter. It's not a figurative thing, it sounds figurative. You know what I mean? It sounds like it just feel like time flies fast, but time is literally.
Look, we are just saying the year that now start. Look what it is, a half year I'm going to.
Yeah, we're in the 6 months. You know? Well,
Magic.
Second Peter chapter 2, another read from verse 5. It says, and spare not the whole world, but save Noah, the eighth person, the preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. I say, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemning them with an overthrow, making them an example of those that should be ungodly. Right? Now, this place is going to be done worse than Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
Remember, Sodom and Gomorrah is just one. Sodom and Gomorrah, and it is on about. This is the whole world. You understand? No matter what it is, it's going to be affected by the judgment of God.
yeah, it's a moment of temptation now will come upon all the earth. You know what I mean? So that means everybody have to be judged.
I have a quick interject for you. Quick interject.
Nine.
Let's say, quick interject for you, right? The Matthew 10, verse 14, right? It says, and whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. It says, verily I say unto you, it shall be more terrible for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? For the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city, right?
Where is the real good thing? What land is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt? So where you feel like, where you think you talking about it's going to be more terrible? Go ahead,
Yeah, go through that. Man.
Say, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah to ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example of those that after shall be ungodly. So Sodom and Gomorrah is an example. That is why even to this day there's use it as well. When this homosexuality is being done, what somebody else say?
Even it is sodomy.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, can't.
Even it is sodomy. Sodomize.
That's why it says example.
Yeah.
You understand? It's an example of after should live ungodly. For those that live ungodly, there's an example of the judgment happening to them that was living that way. So if you want to happen to all today that live ungodly, we are just going to continue to live ungodly. No man. It says, and deliver judge not vexed with the filthy conversation and the wicked. It says, for that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day on their unlawful deeds. Right? And that's what we be in, man. Vex our shit. Nobody is doing vex only every spirit. Yeah, some because we understand that this place has to be the way it is. You know?
After the kingdom to come, we have to endure the sun.
There's us bearing the indignation of the Lord.
Yeah. we paying for we own it. So all who have the consolation here and receive benefits here. In the kingdom to come when they have to pay, I hope they have the price.
And that constitution really goes back to more or less turning against the Lord to receive the things here.
Yeah, benefits are this one.
Yeah, because we have men who would get things here of the Lord. Like, for example, the one who didn't bury the Lord. He had money. He did believe in the Lord. Yeah, so he did pay for the Lord burial. He was no broke guy. But he did believe. It would have some that would have and some that would not so much. But for those who forsake the Lord to be able to reap the things here, like a certain gorilla guy, you know, like example.
Gorilla squad.
You understand? They receive their consolation here. They turn against the Lord to be able to reap the rewards of this place. It's not like the Lord gave them it. Abraham was given stuff. He didn't forsake the Lord for that. You understand? If had certain men was given stuff but still maintained their integrity regardless. They had men who forsake the Lord to be able to reap the pleasures of this life. They are the ones, this is their consolation.
Your judgment is death and shame. You understand? An eternal shame of that.
I say embarrassment.
Yeah, eternal shame. Anywhere you go, people will know, hey, you turn your back on the Lord. You know what I mean? You forsake the Lord, so even your prayers is not what abomination.
And people will know.
Yeah,
it's not like they wouldn't know you. People will know. Yeah. You was one of them guys. Yeah. The same way the elect going and be one of those guys, one of the men that stand stiffly. They're going to know, hey, you is one of the men that didn't want to listen.
You know? So you don't choose your side. So you just have to wait for the MOT to become one. You know what I mean? Consecrated, because you don't pick a side on, because when the MOT become, you're going to let go of your treasures. You know what I mean? Because if you already have no treasures, when the MOT become, yeah. You know what I mean? When the MOT become, you could do away with it because you already have nothing, so you have nothing to lose. But the men who get their consolation, Jack, who are everything to stand to lose everything in the system, them go and try to keep it. So they're going to do what? Take it.
The young man. What you do, you walk away because he had much possessions. Yeah. The more you have, it's being used against you.
Come. You say, they're going to do it when I require your lifetime.
No, not that one.
No, that's
the next one with the bands, yeah. Yeah.
Bring all the things you have, you're not saving.
Yeah, you say him that lose his life, you know. See what he's saving. And you try to save your life.
Try
to lose it. You know what I mean?
Think about it. You have all the money, you got all the possessions, all them stuff. Right? And then boom. The Lord comes. Send our spirit into the day tonight. What are you going to do?
What's Solomon?
The angel had that by your window.
Remember what Solomon say? They say you rip up all them things and he said, who knows the man that cometh after you, whether he be righteous or wicked. You understand? He come and blow it all on hose.
The wise and the foolish suffer the same. When you say suffer the same, they all have one thing in common. Yeah, today.
They say even this is vanity.
Yeah, can.
Even this is vanity and vexation of spirit.
No matter what you do, you have to leave it for somebody who could potentially just crash it. You ready? Anything else to bring up?
Yeah,
alright, go ahead.
Let me see she will.
It say verse 9, the Lord knows how to deliver the golden out of temptation and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished.
Yeah, you reserve them. That's why my precept that say, if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and sinner appear? Where would they appear? You know what I mean? He just said, you know, to reserve the ungodly unto punishment. So if the righteous are not, you know what I mean? It's just a small number of them being saved. You know what I mean? And they, because scripture say what? Judgment begin at the house of the Lord. Even they have to go through persecution and judgment. The sinners and the ungodly, the scoffers, the mockers, what's going on with them? How you feel them one of it? Think about it. Even the ones who do any well have to go through it. You know what I mean? But they have a comfort, the comfort of a hope. Because we know the Lord is a man not slack concerning the promises. So what? He said, when he hunger, my servants will eat. When he thirst, my servants will drink. You understand? What going on with the ones who was mocking and scoffing? What will happen? Go ahead.
Say but chiefly them that walk after the flesh and the lust of uncleanness and despise government presumptuous of themselves, they are not afraid to speak people of the peace. Where a judge which has greater in power and might bring them real opposition against them before the Lord. But these are natural root beasts made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption.
Yeah, you say what? You speak evil of what dignitaries, it means to speak. You know what I mean? When they say dignitaries, who you feel they're talking about? Like the fella who passed through your kitchen on race about, he's still calling on that name, man. He's speaking evil against who? The main dignitary, right? The main dignitary. You know? Guys, what that speaks of you? As a natural brute beast, made to be what? Taken and destroyed. Speak evil of things of which you know not, because he don't know the name, he don't know the way that name carries. But yet he speak evil of it. So he was created to be what? Stubble for the fire. He reserved unto punishment. Guys, what I mean? So now, as a man of the Lord, a man of the truth, you can tell the ones who will be reserved unto judgment. You know what I mean? The ones who have no chance in the time to come, they have no chance, they will perish for sure. They are no hope. Right? Okay, I think go bring up.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, no problem. Yeah, judgment coming to all, judgment coming to all. But where will the ungodly and this and appear, man? Where will the ones who speak without thinking? You know what I mean? The ones who do have eye salve. Where will they appear?
I think it's in Isaiah, you know.
Huh?
You see what they said, look upon the days of old.
And see where the righteous have been forsaken.
Yes, that's.
Now we're looking for.
Yeah. And I see it. The good way you're just saying that way.
Not the righteous begging bread, not that one?
No.
Well, I get in the Psalms 37 and 25.
Psalms?
Yeah, when he say, I've been young and now I'm old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Can you see what I'm talking about? Paraphrase it again.
That's fine. Let's see if I get it. Sirach 210. Sirach 210 and 11. Yeah. Sirach 210. Sirach 2. Verse 10 and 11.
Sirach 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that fall upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiving sins, and saveth in time of affliction.
Yeah, so we know where to look. And we seeing that we have nowhere else to look. It's evidence. You put your trust in the leaders, they're failing you. You put your trust in the financial system, it's failing you. It have nothing else to trust in. It's literally evident.
Yeah, the scripture says if you run to Egypt, you will fail with Egypt. So, yeah. That's it?
Yeah.
Alright, so once again, first and foremost, we want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Ukakodash. Once again, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, risking their lives more now so than ever to do so. So again, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.